What is going on, folks? Welcome back over here to the channel. Today we start episode 57 of the Mega Farm series. So sit back, relax, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget we are doing a giveaway, information in the description below. Let's get to it. What is going on, folks? So today we start in the month of April, year 8 over here on the Mega Farm, and winter was pretty good to us. All our productions that we had to sell off that are on automatic selling did very well for us. We're up to 1.9 million, and we have quite a bit of other stuff that we do need to sell off this month, but we definitely had an interesting start to the day. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but yeah, that's a problem. Um, so we did spend a little money over the winter, and that's only because our dealer called us and told us he finally found a bed for our pickup. So we did get a new bed for our pickup, which is a plus. Now, this issue, yeah, that's a problem. So, let me go ahead and get this fixed really quick. And there we have it. All better now. But this bed came out very, very nice. Got a toolbox in it. Got a, gooseneck hitch on it. Truck's looking sharp now. I absolutely love this. Other than, still looks like a Ford in my opinion. I'm just playing. But we have quite a bit to do, so let us go ahead. We're going to jump over to our tractors that are ready to go. And we are going to start planting. And for these 3 fields that we just harvested corn on, we are going to switch it up to soybeans this year. So let me go ahead and get them started. Alright, and then let us go back to, here we go, hop in our semi that we already had brought over, and we're going to start selling off all this dried corn. We've got quite a bit sitting in here, so it should be a nice little payday for us. So there we go. Got 154,000 liters. I do wish it said bushels. I'm still waiting for a mod for that. The whole liters thing kind of throws me off a little bit, but it is what it is, I guess. At least we get acres. But let me go ahead and sell all this off, and we will have a... Well, you know what? Let's see what we get for this first trip. I believe our sell-off, if I'm not mistaken, is the grain sell point, or... Yeah, the grain sell point. Really haven't used any of these facilities over here, even on a previous playthrough that I did on Alma. So I'm still kind of learning what productions are actually in town. But let us make it over here if we can just creep along. Poor Mac. Feel like we need to upgrade a semi for this. Turn this into our slurry truck. Great. We're stuck? Yeah, I don't know. That was really weird. I don't know why it got stuck on that, but... So we got 148,000 just off that one load. And I think, 60, 120. So we've got one full trailer and a partial. So let me sell this off really quick, and we will meet you back over at the barn. So we went by the barn and we grabbed our trailer and went ahead and loaded up all our goods for the winter, or at least our eggs and our goat milk from our small barn. And I kind of feel like we got gypped a little bit on our goat milk over the winter from their barn. I mean, it's still pretty good, 74,000, but it seems a little light, just a little light. But let us go ahead and sell these eggs off. Another 46,000, and that puts us up to 2.4 mil. And it would have helped if I paid attention to where I was driving there. But we're going to start a major construction procedure. We're going to expand the farm quite a bit. So let me go ahead and get back to the barn, and we will start the construction. So we made it back over here to the barn, and first things first, we're going to buy a new plot of land. And that is going to be plot 9. So that's going to run us 626,000. So let me go ahead and purchase this. And I've already got our tractor set up here to do a coat of lime. And we're going to go ahead and plant corn on this field. So that way we have soybean, a few soybean fields, a corn field, canola, and then barley. So let him go ahead and get this field lime, and we are going to start the construction montage. Actually, in just a second, let me go ahead and move this over. I like this little spot right here. I've been trying to think what I could put there or what I wanted to do there. I still haven't quite figured it out yet. But let us go ahead and start the construction montage.
Call us a two-lane just passing by, slow downtown. Yeah, they say what's there to do when you ain't got nothing around. Just a few street lights, speed limit signs that all say 25. But those folks ain't lived in our lives. They ain't seen the blood, sweat, and tears it took to live their dreams. Everything's on the line, ain't just another field, just another farm. No, it's the ground we grew up on. They think it's a middle of nowhere place where we take it slow. Oh, but they don't know. All they see is tractors, barbed wire, and tall green grass. They don't see the years spent working, busting their ass. How they pray for rain, they don't know a thing about what it takes living this way. They ain't seen the blood, sweat, and tears it took to live their dreams. When everything's on the line, ain't just another field, just another farm. No, it's the ground we grew up on. They think it's a middle of nowhere place where we take it slow. Oh, but they don't know. No, they don't know. They call us a two-lane just passing by, slow downtown. Yeah, they say what's there to do when you ain't got nothing around. They ain't seen the
And there we have it. We went ahead and put ourselves in a big old grain bin, and we're getting in the ethanol business. Um, I've never tried it. It's definitely new to me. Um, but I figured, we've got these giant fields, so why not give it a shot? And then we put some apple trees down, so that way we could start producing some apple juice on the side as well. So, not too bad, honestly. Um, Definitely did some major upgrades. We did get a giant new goat barn as well. I'm actually heading over that way now because I'm curious to see, with the size of meadow we did, how many we can actually get. And then, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we need to make one more purchase um, before I run out of money. So, okay, we can hold up to 312. Awesome. Now, I do think we are going to continue to go with goats. Matter of fact, we're going to purchase some now, and we will go ahead and feed them. That is not what I want. I mean, we could try sheep. I've never done sheep. Yeah. Mm, yeah, let's try it. So let us buy some adults. The price of them makes me think that you know what? Let me do a quick check. Let's see what wool goes for. I know we can turn it into rope, and that is actually very profitable. But oh wow, wool is so much cheaper than goat milk. You know what? We're gonna stick on the goat train right now. We've been doing well with it, so why not continue? So let us buy 70 adults. Get another, what, 40? We'll get 53 months old. And then let us go ahead and get some babies as well. Do another 50 of those. And we will go ahead and get these guys fed too. But before I forget, let us go ahead and check the used market. And there's not much. We need to get a slurry tank, because our slurry pit is filling up fast. So let us go ahead and see what we've got here. So we can pick slurry up with that. We can do... It's not a bad deal. Plus we're not moving it far. What is this? This can... this can do ethanol too. I think we might go ahead and grab that. Ooh. That's a big problem right there. Where we have to get this in position at is going to be kind of a pain. So I kind of want to get something with a straight hitch, and it doesn't pivot. We could get a tanker for the semi, but that doesn't do ethanol. Does this? No. That's the same one. Unfortunately, that would be perfect. Wait, can't you throw a tank on this? Okay, slurry spreader. Yeah, but what does the liquid tank hold? I'm not seeing ethanol. Unless one's diesel and what, the other one's fuel, I take it? So that ain't gonna work. This is the one I keep clicking on. Oh, I wish it didn't pivot like that. Then it would be perfect. We do have this one, which I own that same exact one, and that pivots as well. It would just be such a pain to try to get it backed up in position where we need it to go. Let us look. You know, let me check. Let's check up here. That doesn't do ethanol. That does do ethanol. Will it pick up slurry? Yes, it does do slurry. Okay. We are onto something here. So let us up the horsepower on it. And then... let's set it to 20,000 liters. I think that's reasonable. And we're going to be pretty much broke after this. But that's okay. There we go. So, let me go ahead and go grab our new vehicle, and I will meet you back at the barn. Alright, we made it back over here to our pigs. And we're going to load up this slurry. Maybe. There we go. Perfect. This was perfect. Now, I could have went with a tanker for my semi. However, I think I would have maybe had difficulties when this manure heap fills up. So, I think it worked out for the best. Okay, here's our dump. We finally get to use our, what is this thing called? Our biogas plant. There we go. So I do believe this is my first time actually getting to use this. We'll just do a circle. Go fill up the next load. I still gotta figure out what I'm gonna do to pick up our manure, though. I haven't quite came up with an idea yet for that. We may get a loader. Actually, that's probably exactly what we'll do. We'll get a loader down the road so that way we can just load it into here. And let's go ahead and check the menu. So we can turn slurry into methane and digestate. Now, we're going to activate it, and then we're just going to sell it off because we really don't have a use for it. If it was able to produce propane, then we would have a use for it, but unfortunately, we don't. But I think we're going to go ahead and continue getting all these fields planted for the month of April. And we're going to call it here on this episode of the Mega Farm series. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please smash that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And we will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.